Welcome to At a Glance, the series where we go over a game we had recently, go over what went right, what went wrong, what you can learn, what not to do, what to do, etc., etc. Again, I've done a million of these. Y'all should know, the gist by now. This one's gonna be just a little bit different because I want to sort of show what we're focusing on. A lot of people, when they run Fuze, will run the AK because the AK is a really fucking good gun. I think it's one of the best ARs, don't quote me on that, but I hear a lot of high praise for it. I don't run the AK. I run Shield Fuze. And I've gotten a lot of criticisms and questions lately about why I run Shield Fuze when he has the AK, and that's what we're going to focus on here. Let me just demonstrate real quick what Shield Fuze looks like when you're not, when you're not a gunner, when you're a support player like me. So if you're a gunner, you're probably going to run AK Fuze, and you can just do that, win your duel, etc., etc., just take duels head on. If you're not a gunner, if you're a support player like me, then what you can do with the shield is just sort of push up slowly and safely, and once you've actually closed your distance, actually take the duel. If you're going to take the AK, you're playing Fuze and taking, these fair duels. You're trying to actually take the gunfights, you're actually trying to get in there. But with Shield Fuze, you can do it very safely. You can do it very slowly and sort of catch them by surprise, either when they stop shooting, or if they let you get close, you can just kind of punish them for letting you get close. Effectively, you're playing Shield Fuze to take that space safely and force the enemy into a very bad position. And that's what I'm going to show here in a second. So this first round that I'm playing Shield Fuze here, they're playing Lab Bathroom, which we all forgot was a site on Theme Park because no one ever plays it. I see the Null jump in here, or at least I hear her jump in, and she does get caught by this Maestro on stairs. Knowing that, what I'm going to do is basically play drone. I'm going to sort of sit here and hold the door and make sure that they can't really push up on us so that we can actually take this space. You can't really do this with a drone. You can do it with Monty, obviously. That's the reason you really play Monty. But I'm effectively sitting here to make sure that we can take this space safely. I'm waiting for Nomad to put down the air jab, or at least take my position. I'm going to start raining hell, because I'm playing Fuze. Y'all know the gist of Fuze. It's going to be just 2 minutes of this. Let me skip ahead. So once we hit the 1 minute mark, I'm going to actually go downstairs, because staying upstairs for a million years won't do anything. Take care of the cam, and I can drop safely like this because I'm on Shield Fuze. I can take this sort of riskier movement, this more aggressive movement. I'm going to wait for this Ella to be done shooting, and then I'm going to light her up. So now it's just this Maestro. I'm on site with Maestro. The other two are upstairs. I can just sort of walk in. I don't have to be that worried. I'm going to sort of quote-unquote drone. I'm going to look for this Maestro before I do anything. I'm going to ping him, because I'm basically playing drone. And once I'm sure I have people with me, I start planting. So I'm planting here with shield on my back. Maestro is right there. I'm going to just sort of stare at him with the shield. I'm going to sort of just be a drone looking at him. I was a bit, overzealous with my positioning. He does hit my shoulder. I'm going to play back. I'm going to try to force him to come to me. And when he does, because he's going to try to go for that melee, I sort of bump forward and melee him first. I sort of play chicken with him. Let me go ahead and play that slowly. So he's going to try and push up on me and get that melee so he can do the melee and shoot. Instead of backing up, I'm going to push forward and melee him first before he can melee me. And then when he's on the ground, just take him out. So that's the first round that we won using Shield Fuze. And playing specifically because there's a Shield Fuze and not just AK Fuze. This next round, still a lot of very aggressive movement because I have the shield. I can basically be a drone for the team. I am moving up and making sure that I am taking this space before anyone has to actually put themselves in danger. I am basically playing as a drone with the Shield Fuze. I take care of the cam over in arcade. I see that this wall is soft, so I'm going to immediately fuse it. Also, side note, the way this team set up this defense here, they reinforced A walls. They almost reinforced all of B wall. They've got scaffold open, which cool scaffolds open, but they can't really do anything about us. And they reinforced the walls here in benches. If we just took heads-up gunfights, we'd be fighting into these super narrow choke points. But because we have the Monty and the Fuze with shields, we can actually step into these doors, and they can't really do anything about it. Monty steps up. I did tell Monty to sort of sit still and not move too far. I take care of a Malusi in the drone hole. I'm going to fuse this wall here and just sort of clear as much util as I can. They can't do anything about it because it's on the hard wall. And I do get Malusi because of it. So now, we see that bench wall's reinforced. We see that the door's the only way in and out. We make the call to push into initiation, in which there is a Kaid shooting at me who would have killed me if I were playing AK. And because I wasn't, I was able to just take the space from him and just pop him. Put down defuse. I am facing the opposite way from where the enemy is going to be, so that if they want to shoot me, my shield is on my back protecting me. When you're playing a shield, fuse, Monty, anything, make sure your shield is going to be facing backwards when you're doing anything. This applies to when you're putting fuse charges, breach charges, etc., etc. Blackbeard is the only shield that doesn't get this. His shield just fully collapses when he does this. The rest of this round really has nothing to do with the shield. I just want to show the finale. We have Glaz sort of watching. Maestro crossing. Shoots him in the fucking backpack. And yeah, this is a prime example of the kind of game where I prefer playing shield fuse over AK. I don't want to take these heads-up fights. I want to try and take the space aggressively with the shield. I'm not playing to get kills. I'm playing to take space and disrupt anyone who might be trying to hold, you know, any sort of position. Like this Kaid couldn't win the 1v1 because I pushed up into him with a shield he couldn't do anything about, and he had no one to back him up. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. I really prefer running shield fuse over AK. I do think if you were to, you know, speak objectively, I think AK fuse is the better option, and because you can take the space more, not aggressively per se, but you can actually clear threats faster than you would with a shield. All you have is the pistol. As a support player, as someone who's not, you know, comfortable taking these duels and going for these fair fights, I vastly prefer the shield. And I think if you are a support player who wants to play fuse, but doesn't have the mechanics to make the AK work, I think you should give shield fuse a try. And yeah, peace.